Our next guest is an Emmy-nominated actor you know from shows like Deadwood and the John Wick films. He stars in American Star, which is in theaters January 26th. Let's take a look.
Slightest intention of buying a house on the island.
But you work your thing so well. I dream of heaven and live in hell till I can't take it anymore. I'm too far gone to turn around to lift myself up.
Please welcome back to the show the one, the only, Ian McShane. Welcome back, Ian. I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you for asking me back. It's nice to be here. How are you?
We were talking backstage. I was at the Emmys on Monday. I had a wonderful time.
You lost.
I did, yeah. I mean, trying to keep it from them. They're going to be heartbroken. You have described award shows, and it's a very... You don't pull your punches, Ian. I've never known you to be a man.
That's right.
You've described them as the most boring things in the world.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, for a start, when you're on, if you're nominated, they put you on the end of a row.
Yeah.
So there's a camera permanently, and then you lose. You want to say, get me the out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, really. I mean, and it's so political now. It's, who knows? Then next year they'll be showing season 3 of The Bear, season 1 of Succession, and they won't know which year they're going. Have you know this year? Because it's all screwed up because of the pandemic. So there'll be season 1 of Deadwood is up.
Maybe Deadwood. Maybe you'll win finally for Deadwood. Maybe we'll
that would be a
in the
mistake
mix.
if I did that too. I'm not. No. I got to go. Golden Globes was the funniest. I won that with Mariska Hargitay the same year.
Yeah. It's a good year.
But that was at least you could sort of, you know, mingle and if people want to have a drink, they can and a cigarette. But now, at Emmys and all Oscars, you're like this.
Yeah.
Everybody secretly is like saying, "Oh, you won! Congratulations!" Resentment abounds.
You also don't care for the description of someone as a national treasure.
Oh God, no! It sounds like you're dead.
Yeah.
And should be a tea cozy over your head, you know, just tea brewing, whatever. Oh, that's an English phrase. Oh, he's a national treasure, isn't he? So lovely. He's been around so long. Why don't we bury him, you know?
Now, this film, American Star, you star in it. You produced it.
Yep.
And you play a hitman, and you know you also obviously are a big part of the John Wick universe. But this is a very different kind of hitman.
Well, I tell you, it goes back to about 6 years ago. I made a film with this very gifted filmmaker, Gonzalo Lopez Gallego. We made a movie called Hollow Point with Patrick Wilson and John Leguizamo, which is a sort of a Western noir. And it was really good, but like a lot of independent movies, got lost in the shuffle years ago with whatever distribution. But this was, he wanted to make a film with me again, and so did I. And so he created this, and with a writer, Nacho Ferner. It took us 4 years, and then we found a producer, the Spanish producers, and my friend Michael Elliott, who I've made a couple of other movies with. And we had a window of time in, spring 22 to make it, and we did. And it was like 5 weeks on this amazing island, Fuerteventura. And it's the story of a guy, I mean, he's a hitman, but he works for a government agency or whatever. He commits his own cardinal sin. He goes to an island, does the job. You know, you go in, you do the job, you get out, always. But no, there's a little intelligence failure, and he's forced to stay. And instead of getting out, he stays, and that's when everything gets muddled up. And the clip you showed, that's the great French actress Fanny Ardant, who's Madame Truffaut, the widow of Monsieur Truffaut, and was wonderful. She came on it for a couple of days, and it's a really tight European noir movie it's unexpected. It's not. I said I wanted to, you know, after John Wick, can I shoot somebody, please, for a change? Well, I do, but this isn't a shoot 'em, bang 'em up. But there's moments of that in it, but it's more
you've shot in the Canary Islands.
Yeah.
Beautiful beach. Do you enjoy the beach?
I live at the beach. I live on Venice Beach.
Oh, interesting, because I don't like the beach.
No?
No.
Well, you'd like Venice Beach, because it's not really beach. You can't see it half the time.
So you're
covered in marine layer. No, I like...
Your favorite beach is the one you can't see.
No, you can't. I'm saying.
But you've lived on the beach for a long time.
Yeah, I've lived there 20 years. But also, I like the city. So I go from the middle of London, Marylebone, to living in Venice.
Okay.
And my wife loves it there. And she's American. I mean, we love, we also live in her hometown sometimes. She's got a place in Michigan.
All right.
And we vary. It's lovely.
When you're an Englishman on the beach, do you feel like you've escaped your fate? That you, like, actually got out?
No, because I don't wear Speedos,
You don't?
No, I don't go... Budgie smugglers, as they're called.
No, but you know what, though? I'll tell you this. You got the body for it, Ian. You got the body for it. You've had the body for it for a long time.
Oh, my goodness.
We went and did some research. In your early work, you were often in bed shirtless. This is... there we go. There's another look at Ian, you guys.
Ooh. Shocking. Put my glasses on, I'll have a look.
Pussycat, Pussycat, I Love You, which is weirdly not an adult film.
It was the sequel to Pussycat, Pussycat, and it was... I was a writer with 7 mistresses, and what was it? What was it? It's the most bizarre film ever made. I mean, the great thing was it was in Rome for 8 weeks, and sometimes you say, what do you get out of the film? You say, I got a good feeling from Rome.
Is that your way of saying we shouldn't go rent it?
No, have a look if you want. It's quite... It's a crazy, crazy movie. One of those crazy late 60s
Do you have to
movies.
see Pussycat to know what's going on? Do I have to see the first one?
Pussycat. You just like saying Pussycat,
I do.
don't you? No, you do.
I'm breaking through a lot of walls today thanks to you and Renee. I really
Well,
am.
the first movie was great. Pussycat, Pussycat. What was it? That was Peter Sellers playing... Remember that? That bizarre comedy?
You did what do you call these?
Don't look at this.
This is Cosmopolitan. It's Centerfold.
That was England's first...
This
I
is
was the first
male
centerfold.
centerfold. All right, so there we go.
1970.
19, look at that. Now, 2 questions. What was your...
That was my dog.
That was your dog.
Moriarty.
I'm so happy it was your dog.
Oh, yeah, and it was Moriarty.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be somebody else's dog, otherwise I'd be up for some kind of animal abuse or whatever.
I would say if it was someone else's dog, they wouldn't have taken it back.
Enough of that, putting it up.
You seem very comfortable.
So, I was very comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You had it, flaunt it. Do you feel
As
like
they say.
Moriarty looked at you differently after that?
No, but no, he looked at me differently. We once had a party, and I wondered where the ball of hash had gone. I found him upside down on his back for 4 days like that, thinking, oh, my God, the dog is whatever, stoned out of his mind in the garden. But he got over it like everything
He got over it, yeah. I mean, can you blame a dog after a photo shoot like this? He's going to go...
He got extra Alpo.
He got extra Alpo.
Extra Alpo.
You've got some other things coming up as well. Ballerina, which takes place in the John Wick universe.
Ballerina, that's the John Wick spin-off with the lovely Ana de Armas.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's...
And
then we got Kung Fu Panda 4.
Kung Fu Panda. You've talked a little bit about a motivation, and somehow as an actor you have motivation, and you try to find a motivation for the role. What is your motivation for Snow Leopard in Kung Fu Panda 4?
So he's looking for the check constantly across his lonely trek across the snow. There's the check. As it always is.
Yeah.
Just a different location.
Oh, my God. Well, that's a great message for the kids. You guys. Ian McShane, everybody. No one else like him. American Stars in theaters January 26th. We'll be right back with music from Black Pumas.